Hello, my name is Terrence Ozeretny, and this is my video submission for the poetry assignment for Casey Podol's English Comp 2. So I decided to discuss the poem Richard Cory by Edwin Arlington Robinson. To me, this poem was very simplistic at first, but after reading it several times, I realized that the author was addressing a very common, recurring theme, and that is that not everything that glitters is made of gold. There's more than what meets the eye. Everything is not as if it seems. In this poem, there is an individual who goes by the name of Richard Cory, and he appears to be the town's idol. He's the wealthiest, handsomest, smartest person to ever step foot on the streets of this town, and he is idolized by all. He speaks to the town's common folk as if they were equals. He never belittles them. He makes all the women's hearts flutter, which is never a bad thing. And he makes everyone wish that they were in his place. And although Richard Cory walks around town carrying himself as if he has the world in the palm of his hands, little did everyone know that there was more to him. The story then goes on and says towards the end that on one calm summer night, Richard Cory put a bullet through his head and that he killed himself. So as you can see, there is often more than what meets the eye. Although Richard Cory strolled through the streets of the town as if nothing was bothering him, he letting all the townspeople know that he was just perfect. He was God's gift to them. All the while, he was seriously troubled deep within. He'd rather die by his own hand than succumb to the likes of normalcy like that of the townspeople and lose the status that he carried himself in and was held in. So some of the rhetorical devices I found in this poem, one is imagery, and it comes in the last line of the second paragraph. It says, "And he glittered when he walked." To me, this means that the author is trying to emphasize that Richard Cory carried himself as if he did not have a care in the world and that everything was all right. Like there was nothing wrong in his life, which we later find out obviously was not true because he killed himself. So, which brings us to our next rhetorical device, is that of euphemism. In the last sentence of the paragraph, it states that on one calm summer night, he went home and put a bullet through his head. This euphemism is a nice way of saying that Richard Cory went home and committed suicide. So, my third and final rhetorical device that I found was symbolism. In the last two lines of the opening paragraph, it states that he was a gentleman from soul to crown, clean-favored and imperially slim. The author is stating that Richard Cory was not only physically good-looking and handsome, but that he also dressed well and conducted himself as if he was of elite status. That's the symbolism of a king when he mentions the word crown. So that's just a brief overview of the poem Richard Cory, which I discussed. So thank you.